Oh man. Let's see here. So, I'm gonna do a project. Little project. We are going to tell a story. Uh, uh, and all I'm gonna do is actually, what does page one look like? Where is it? Page one, where is it? All right, and then we're gonna bring up audition. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna play. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Put this right here. Does it do that? Bet. Uh, all right. Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca. Somebody's in the background. Let me see. I know they're in the background. Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca. Somebody's in the background. Molly! EJ! I need y'all to be quiet, okay? Yeah, Mac. I still haven't gotten into Discord yet. I'm not sure why. So what I'm doing is we're gonna make an animation of a book that I just it's published, but I'm not putting it out yet because there's some things that I gotta do first, and this is one of them. Making them a quick animation, but I'm gonna use my voice to take the place of another narrator, that a professional narrator that I'm gonna have to for me. All right, but I'm gonna use my voice as a reference. Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom he would rule the world. This new people would not look like the original black people who populated all the earth for trillions of years since the beginning of creation. Yaqub's new people would be the opposite, very light, and would eventually come to be known as white people. But they would have to be made from the black people since they were the only ones who existed. Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed. And we're just going to use that. I'm going to use that. That's good. Can I export? Oh yeah, appreciate you, bro. Brother Matt. Always supporting, man. Always supporting, bro. Wait till you see what I'm going to do with this thing. Page 1, read. And we're going to save it just to the desktop. And that's it. Save changes. Yeah, save it. Yeah, okay. Alright. Boom. We're going to bring up After Effects. Now, After Effects, a lot of people are intimidated by After Effects. Today's the first day of classes? Yeah, they be taking our TikTok down, man, because they hating. That's all it is. Yo, I'm going to talk to you. They hating. I can go into a whole bunch of stuff with that, bro, but they hating. And as you can see, this right here is the book cover. We're not going to go into that too much. And this is for the phone. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek since y'all here of the stuff I already did. It's this one and it's this one. And I'm going to just play it for y'all. This is what I'm doing, except in a more grandeur format. They not ready for this, cuz. They not ready. This project is a year in the making. A year in the making, man, and we about to put this thing out. Where's After Effects at? Alright, so what you just saw was this. I saved it. But now this is gonna be it's gonna be a digital read along. So this is in the phone format. So as you can see the dimensions here for your phone. I didn't post it on a reel or anything yet, but it's for later. Let's make a new composition and I'm gonna make it. EJ, I need y'all to be quiet. This is what happens when you have children. .24, page 1. And we're going to take this and this. Now I did this. Wait, what? It's missing 26 frames. Now I did a project back in 2013. I'm gonna see if I can bring it up for y'all. But it was just like this, where I had print images that I just animated and moved around. I had my wife narrate it, and it was for the Nation of Islam's economic blueprint video. It's on Facebook under my old business name, but I also have the actual video myself. And when we posted it, a lot of people were asking if it was a national thing. Like, was this official? Like, was this from headquarters? And the answer was obviously no, because I'm not in Chicago. Um, and nobody in Chicago asked me to do it. But at that particular time, the minister had said what he said, and one of the things that he said was that we were gathering funds for the economic blueprint. So us being in Delaware said, great, let's develop something that can get the people involved in a digital fashion, get them excited to be a part of something. So we made a video, and this is not responding. So while it's doing that, I might as well show y'all what I'm talking about. And let me see if I still have it. I'm pretty sure I do because I don't really delete much nowadays. It's called NOI Economic Blueprint. Check this out. This was my old company name before I changed it to Advocate.
With America's economy on a steady decline, jobs continue to grow scarce. Although all Americans face this issue, its greatest effect is felt in the Black and Latino communities. Despite an annual buying power of $1 trillion among Black Americans, people of foreign cultures set up businesses that exploit us and take our monies. More young men and women adopt lives of violence and crime, while other families bear the burden of being victimized. It's no secret that this plight must end, but where is the solution?
You have the ability, the capability to do something for yourself.
The economic blueprint is a plan that enables people to pool their resources to fight against poverty, unemployment, and other socioeconomic problems. Support the $10 million drive led by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Your contributions will go to the purchase and maintenance of farmland. The farms will grow fresh produce to be sold and distributed for the most affordable prices to promote self-sufficiency in our communities.
Seek some of this faith that we can build a future of peace, freedom, justice, and equality among ourselves, as other nations have done.
Make your donation now.
Boom. That was it. It was a $10 million drive we were doing back in like 2013 that the minister had put out. And shout out to Brother Ben and Brother Farrakhan Muhammad. I see them on the digital airspace doing this. They're buying up land and getting other people involved to buy land too. So big round of applause for them, man. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. This was the goal, and that is what we did back in 2013. And people was like, is this from the national office? Who commissioned this? Blah, 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 blah. So, but yet, I got a lot of people asking for this exact same thing for whatever endeavors they had going on. And I'll be honest, this was like 2 minutes and 21 seconds. That's what this says. It took like a week to do. We literally wrote out the script. We had my wife narrate the script. I found the images. All of the images, well, most of the images are either from Google or from some video that I posterized. And it was all done in After Effects. All done in After Effects. Right, so we're going to do something similar to that right now with the images that we have right here. Now, process is still the same. I recently wrote a book. It's recently published. We're not going to put it out yet because we just want to make sure everything is good, but it's out. And we also want to, I'm going to show you some stuff. The process. No, that's not it. Image references, right? So for those of you who want to make a book or a picture book, I'm gonna just give y'all some game real fast. I don't know how to illustrate. I don't know how to draw. I used to be able to do a little something back in the day, but now it's trash. So I hired somebody on Fiverr to do it for me. We've come to know each other very well, as this is a year-long project. And basically all I did was look up Google, right? And search for different images that I thought would be good as a reference for my idea. So as you can see, this is a picture here. Boom. It's a young black man looking up in admiration for at the world before him, right? You got a bunch of buildings in the background. Basically, I took this image, sent it to my illustrator, told my illustrator, look, I want a picture just like this, but I want him dressed in a different way. And this is what he came up with. Let me show you right now. Boom, boom, process. Where is it at? I wonder if it shows everything. Well, probably not everything. But what I just showed y'all, right? Boom, right? You see here? This is what he did with that. He's nice. He's nice. Shout out to JV Mariano. He is the illustrator to the first graphic novel that y'all are getting first looks into, called The Origin of Race, right? That's what he did with it. Very talented guy. Very talented. Young guy too. I was like, dang, bruh. Like, very talented. So he did that. And we got this. Oh, bop, bop. See what I'm saying? He's nice. So we tag teamed and it's like a year-long thing. Anyway, let's get to the animation part. We had After Effects right here. I just brought up page 1. It's done acting up. And here we are here. The thing about these are very high quality images. So I'm about to delete some stuff just so I don't have a whole lot going on. Oh no. This first image is what we want to feature. So we're going to take out the background of each and every other thing that we have going on. We just want to keep this image. And the trick to doing what I'm doing now is in After Effects, they have a 3D feature where you can make every layer 3D. So in order to do that, that's what we got to do now. These here, if you only know anything about After Effects, these are compositions. Figure 1 and background 1. Background 1, I'm going to make those 3D anyway. And then double click figure 1. Actually, make that. Let's see if this works the way I want. And then we're going to select both of them, copy. Yeah, copy and paste. Copy and paste. Or Control C. Then we're going to go to page 1. And then we're going to Control V. Right? You're not going to do it? All right, let's try this again. Oh, Control C. Control V. Thank you. Be trying to make technology be trying to make you look stupid. Anyway, that's what we got. And then we're going to line it up the way we want it to. And since the layers that we have are already 3D, we just made these 3D. I'm not seeing the same thing I saw before. And I think we're going to add a camera. Add a camera to it. And then we're going to switch one view to two views. I'd like to be able to see the top view so we can see just how close or far away the layers are. And if I did it right, you should see a change in their perspectives. And you do. Oh, right? So we're going to bring both of them. Actually, we want them far away. So background one, we want to bring it back, but then we want to scale it up. Scale it up and then position it right since it's all over the place. All right, and then with figure one, we want to bring him close and keep him where he's at. Now these are compositions. Oh, I understand. I'm just wondering why they're like that. We want the duration to be like 15 seconds. But this thing, so I did something wrong. It's crazy because I just went over this the other day and we had no issues. So everything is right except the file. I did something wrong there. So let's go back. I imported it probably wrong. We'll delete page 1 or AE. And then we're going to import. Oh, I imported it as footage. That was the mess. I should have imported it as a composition. My bad. The thing about it is that with After Effects, anything digital, if you mess up on one thing, you mess up on the whole thing, and then you got to start over. It's like a mathematical equation. If you get a period, if you misplace the decimal, the thing is completely wrong. Now we got to wait again. Group. Oh, it's grouped, right. Part 2. Yeah. There's going to be a part 2, y'all. Still not responding. And now I'm bouncing around, waiting for this thing to respond. So, some context. This story is not a fictional story. It is a non-fiction. In other words, it's real. It did happen, and that is probably the most controversial thing that people will get from this is the fact that this story is not made up. It is something that really happened, and I'm just doing what I can to depict it. Because in the Nation of Islam, we teach this story. We teach the true history. I shouldn't call it a story, it's history. But there is nothing visual to go on outside of what we fathom in our minds. So this is an attempt to put some context into it. While we wait for this thing to respond, I think it's acting up because I'm live. Fonts, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 fonts in here. What I need to do is be a little bit more organized. Resource. And we're going to put all of our resources, which is bump, bump, bump. Bop. Come on, go. And I think we're good now. So let's try this again. So AE. All right, that looks a little bit better. It's like even when it's a third, it's still slow. Up, up. Up. Did I make this? What is happening? Why is it doing that? It's acting like a frame instead of an image. So now I have to figure out how to make it into an image instead of a frame. Troubleshoot. I shouldn't have to do that for all of these layers. because it's going to add to the process. And then this is, I would have to go into each settings and increase the time, and then make the layers increase too. And each layer, there's too many layers to be doing that. But for the sake of production, what we gonna do? Fine. Position. Keyframe time. No, it should actually start here, shouldn't it? Background should start there. Then there. Let's start up here. Then in 10 seconds, we're gonna come back here and slide over. And the background is gonna go here. And in 10 seconds, we're gonna end up here. And then we're gonna make it come into easy. Right? see what it looks like. One view, fit. Now, should I add words, or will that be overkill? I think it'll be overkill. Yeah, it will be overkill. Alright, so that no words, this is going to be easier than thought. And then let's bring our voice into it. Where did we save it? We saved it at the desktop. Where is it? Page 1 read. And you can see by the waveform.
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in
Wakanda Kane, I am. Well, first of all, welcome. Appreciate you stopping through. We just published a book, and we're taking the illustrations that are used in the book and just animating them to make the storytelling not only digital but a little bit more engaging and interactive. So the illustrator gave me his illustrations in Photoshop, and I am now putting those Photoshop files into After Effects and just making them move with some sound effects, some lighting, some dramatization.
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom he would rule the world.
Nice. Now, the waveform. Can I cut? Right. Bam.
Over 6,000 years ago.
No, I think the initial.
Over.
Yeah. Effects. Fade. Fade in and out frames. We don't want to fade out too much. No, yeah, we might be able to. Okay, so maybe change it to 30.
Over.
Dang, are you doing it? Or maybe it doesn't apply to the audio. Audio. Alright, so we'll do that later. So we're just using the images to
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom
so through whom he'll stop fading, he'll stop moving then instead of right, because now we want to get. Appreciate you, man.
over 6,000 years ago,
We about to add the
a
lighting.
scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a.
Yeah, let's add some light. We want it to be a point light, ambient. Yeah, we want ambient. And it is daytime, so I'm gonna keep that. And bam. Ooh, what? Alright, so that's not correct. Why are they acting like that? That's kind of weird. If the sun is shining, it's probably going to be more yellowish. Or should we just keep it the way it is? We don't need light for this particular scene. Alright. For whom he'll rule the world, right? Boom. So that's the end of... now, we... it's going to keep
This
playing.
new people
This new
would
people.
not.
So now we go to the second image in page 1. So we do that. We go back to the project. Go back to 1AE. Wait. Yeah. And then go to figure 2. And then we do the same thing. Right? Bump. Pop. Pop. We're going to bring them down. And then we got it. That's the only thing that's going to piss me off. Ooh, what the hell's going on? What? Huh? Alright. Sometimes your computer just does what it wants. But in this case, we're live. So I have witnesses that... what is happening? Yo, what is happening right now? Alright, so that's where it should be, right? Yo, it's crazy. I'm being bamboozled right now. That is crazy how we saw one thing that it was correct, and now it's something completely different. Let's drop back. Page 1 is this. We're seeing parts of this page. Alright, so the only explanation for this. But how? How? Because this is 1AE. And this is 2. Let me see what's going on here, man, because the computer is confusing. Okay, so everything is kind of named the same. I get that. I get that. So maybe that's something I need to go back and do. I need to make sure these figure ones and these background ones are named properly, but then with the layers. Or because why would it just do it with the second page if all of them have the same layer name? So changes no. So background 1, figure 1 is where it's supposed to be according to the file that we brought in. But figure 2, background 2, and figure 3, background 3, just mixing it up. This is good because it shows me that the computer, not the, I don't know what you gonna call it. But it is getting confused. They built the computer to match the mind, but it is nowhere close. Just like they made cameras to match the eyes, but it is nowhere close. Nowhere close. This would have been so easy to do. So weird. So how do we get over this? We can go back to Photoshop and individually name all of the layers and the folders to avoid this, which would take some considerable amount of time because we have 30 something pages, and in each page is a whole bunch of layers. How did that happen? And I feel like the only reason figure 1 and background 1 are still the same is because that's so weird. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to do something completely new. I'm going to do a completely new project because I feel like changing. Don't save. All right, new composition. And this is going to be final. 1080p. The duration is going to be like my voiceover was only for like 15 seconds. Let's make it 25. All right. Now, I think I know. The cache. Clean the cache. Maybe the cache is what's getting messed up. All right. Are we done? Now, go to our folders. We want to go to 1AE. We want to import it as composition. Retain layer sizes. Retain layer sizes. Editable layer styles. You want to be able to edit them. Let's take a look. Okay, thank you. Let's make it a quarter so it's not too visually harsh. This is what we're looking at. This is page 1. As it should be. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the background out. And we're going to take the group out. And we're going to double click figure 1. Yes, it should be like that. It should be a PSD folder. Boom. Make it 3D. X out of that. Double click on background. Yes. Boom. Exit out of that. Now we're going to copy, paste them into the final composition. And then we're going to make them also 3D. Then we're going to add a camera. And we're going to add our audio. Where's our audio? Page 1 read. Boom. Don't need that to have its own thing. We want page 1 read to be here. Boom. Audio wavelength so we can see how it goes.
Over 6,000
All right,
years ago.
now we're getting somewhere. Now, one view, I'm going to do 2 views. One in the front, one at the top. Background goes to the back. But then, shortcut S, scale it up. And then reposition it properly. Maybe we scaled it up a little too much. So let's scale it up. We'll start it there. All right. Position. Put a time thing on it. Now figure one. We're going to bring you close. We might even scale you up a little bit as well. Just a little bit. Actually, no. We're going to bring you this close. Position. Then we're going to go 10 seconds. Advance 10 seconds through time. The background, we're going to move this here. Boom. Then with figure one, we're going to move him here. We want to make it up, up. Now, one view, fit it up. Boom. Don't really like how the animation does see how we see that. I don't want to see this. So how do we fix that? Let's go back to the two camera view. Let's go where the camera's at. The camera's right here. The camera's not moving. It's just the images that are moving. So we're going to move the camera position. And the camera's going to be here. And then the camera's going to turn. Yes, we know that. This might add a different element to it. Come on. Boom. Actually, what I should have did was go back here and put a position right there. Then go back. Oh. Oh. I'm still seeing it. I'm trying to avoid seeing it. So maybe if we started the image, or does it matter? How long does this process take if you're doing this for a client? Man, that is a good question. It really depends. So I'll give you an example. This project here, we are on page one. Page one has 3 images. we're just working on one of them right now. So we have 32 pages. This is page 1, image 1. Each page has either 1 to 3 images, but in this particular project we have 32 pages. Oh, that's what's up, man. What's going on, bro? See, now I gotta change my whole speech, because now I know you. Ah, man. This process is strongly determined by everything that's involved. Luckily, this is my own personal project, so I can take as much time as I want with it. But if I was under the gun, I would have to tell the client, look, this is how much time I need. Now you can shrink it if you want, but then I'm gonna have to hit you with a little bit more of a fee because now you're rushing me. I didn't know you had a Twitch. How's the fam doing? And what we going to do, we gonna ease in, ease in. Boom. So that come, pop, pop.
Over 6,000 years ago, a scientist in Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom.
All right, so pop, pop. Wait. I'm gonna increase it. Yeah, man.
Over
Twitch is where it's
6,000
at.
years
Cause they
ago,
ain't deleting none of my
a
posts like
scientist
TikTok
in
is.
Mecca named Yaqub was blessed with an idea to make a new people through whom he would rule the world.
Pop. Go stop it there. And we're gonna bring the figures in. And the camera too. Because we want each picture is gonna have its own camera. Dang, it's gonna be a lot of layers. But whatever. Pop. Alright. Now make sure we Cake Beater 302. Ah, man. Yo, TikTok is the most sensitive social media there is, in my opinion, as of right now. These dudes, it's a shame too, because you get the most viewers and stuff there. Page, no, image 2. So you're gonna go to figure 2. Wow, I should have went into all of this. All right, damn. Accessories. Actually, we might not need to go into all of these, because I don't need each and every one to move by themselves, just to thing. So Oh, I gotta move it up because it's from the different part of the page. Background too. It's not easy. Too much going on. Yep. Yeah, man. It's all about balance, bro. Like, I can't really afford not to be on social media because then I wouldn't have much of a business. But you can't consume too much foolishness. I mean, can't consume too much foolishness. And there is a lot of it. So we're going to do the same thing with this as we did with number 1. Now bring the background out. Move it over and scale it up. And that's it. Yep, too much going on, man. Balance is key. The only thing is with these cuts. So I feel like there should be some sort of transition, but we can take care of that later. Maybe a new camera for this image. And about what's going on? The camera. Is this full? Dang, that's a quarter. Boom. Man, we gotta scale it up some more because of how it's cut. Stuff. Ooh. So the camera. This is just going to be a camera movement for this one. I don't think I'm going to animate the actual images. So In the position with the camera. He's out. Let's bring the wavelength back. Oh, what's up?
This.
All right, come on.
Would.
All right, so you need to start from the. Actually, we already know that. Wait. So this composition is going to have to be a little bit longer. It's going to be longer than that. Jeez. Um. Hmm. Means I have to bring this here. Oh. Yes, sir. I am. EJ, get out. I'll get it. See themselves on the camera and just start dancing. I get it. Come on, what? Yo! Did not mean to do that. There. Alright, I'm trying to deselect. But it's not letting me deselect. It's not letting me deselect at all. It's not even letting me just select one. See, this is what I'm talking about. You can't trust computers because when you go live and you're trying to make a presentation, that's the time it decides to do what it wants to do. It doesn't want to listen to you. Thank you. Jeez. So this has to be bumped up to like 40, 35 seconds. And then they're going to make me do that for each and every other composition in this one. See, if this was a client and I'm just here figuring things out like this is not good. It's not good for me to be doing a trial by fire type thing with a client. Not good at all. But this is good. I don't see myself doing this with a client because uh, very few clients get this. This bro, what? Is there a way to make all of these compositions the same? Let us see. It doesn't look like it. Does not look like it. Each of them are what? 26 seconds, 25 seconds, 26 seconds. Same thing. This is a good question to ask how to um, how to composition. Edit multiple compositions. Length. After Effects. Edit multiple compositions at once.
JSX. So let's have a quick look at doing that.
All right, so let's see what this guy does. Scripts. Oh, it's a script. I think this is something I'm going to have to either download or buy. But I might have to actually make the investment because we on page 1, y'all. comp setter. Do I have that? It doesn't look like it. RE redefining reduction.
But there is, of course, a way to do it, as with everything. So let's load up trusty Google and let's look up RD scripts. And the very first entry there is redefinery.com, RD scripts. And these are a bunch of scripts for After Effects
For free.
to allow you to do all sorts of stuff. I haven't got a clue what half of them are. I haven't looked at that much detail.
We about to look this joint up right now. Where's he at? Bruh. Let's go the way then. Let's take the same steps he took, man. Let's go. Oh my lord. Offline for now. All right, let's go back. A palette with controls for changing the size, duration. I need this. How much is it? I can get it for free. I don't have a login. Don't you just love it when people show tutorials that you really can't even get into because it was made so long ago? And things have expired or currently doesn't exist anymore? Um, can I get it? Where was I? I need somehow a way to change all of these things. And you guys don't need to stay here and watch me figure this stuff out, so I'll come back on when